What's going on, guys? So here in this box here is a PS Vita I bought from GameStop. Not brand new, obviously it's used, or maybe it was refurbished. I don't remember if it was used or refurbished. I think it was used, but I'm pretty sure it's the original model, not the updated model. We're gonna go ahead and open it up, see what's inside, see what it's like to buy a PS Vita from GameStop, see if it's worth it. I don't remember off the top of my head how much this thing cost. I think it was like, if I had to guess, it was probably $100 to $150. Which, to be completely honest, I have no idea if that's a good price for a PS Vita right now. I have a PS Vita, but I haven't played it in forever. There's no new games for it. They don't really support it anymore. But it was a cool console when I played it. So first of all, we have our packing slip here. Not sure if you can see that, but it's PlayStation Vita system with Wi-Fi, and the price was $159.99, and I'm pretty sure that's excluding tax and shipping. So it's probably like $170 or something like that, which seems a little bit on the high side, but I'm not sure, to be honest. And it does look like this is the original model. As you can see here, I kind of just have a bag of stuff here. That's a really interesting way to package this thing. It's kind of just stuffed in a bag. I haven't seen that before on the used consoles. And this was actually done in October 2019, so this thing's been sitting around the warehouse for a while. I guess PS Vitas are not in high demand right now. And nothing else in here. I guess I did not buy any games or anything. Alright, so in this bag, obviously we got the PS Vita, which, it's not in great condition. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It's kind of got some scratches and stuff. I got a pretty big scratch right there. Actually, that's not really a scratch, it wipes off. Most of the stuff kind of wipes off, so it's not terrible. But I do see some like scuffs and scratches and stuff. Oh, we got a little bit of a dent right here. Not too bad though. Over on this side, we got nothing much. On the bottom, nothing much either. On the back, ooh, the back is real scratched up. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's the back. We've got our camera, which seems to be okay. Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a dent here. That's not bad though. And then on the top, buttons seem to be clicking. All that kind of good stuff. Let's see if there's any secret game in here. That's not the game slot. Wow. You can tell I haven't played a PS Vita in a while. So that's the game slot right there. And that seems to be okay. We got our joysticks here. Got our buttons. Everything seems to be okay so far. And of course we have our power cord in here. And of course, like Nintendo, Sony, and everybody likes to do, they made a proprietary charging cord, which sucks. You can't use like a micro USB or a USB-C or anything. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on and make sure it actually works. So that's the power button right there. To be honest, I might need to plug it in because it's been sitting around the warehouse for a while, so it's probably out of charge. So let's go ahead and plug this thing in. Alright guys, so I got this thing plugged in, and I think this light right here turned orange, which I guess means it's charging. So hopefully we can go ahead and turn it on. Or it might have to actually charge for a while before I can turn it on. Let's see. So I think I'm turning it on, but it's not doing anything. So maybe I should let it charge for a little while, and then we can try it later and see if it turns on. Alright guys, so I actually noticed that this light right here that I said was orange, it was kind of blinking. Every few seconds it would blink, and I looked it up, and apparently it blinks whenever your battery is not charged enough to even turn the console on. But it stopped blinking. It took about 30-45 minutes, and I'm going to try to turn it on again, and we'll see if it boots up now, because it should. There it goes. So we got the screen now, and man, this thing is actually, the more I look at it, the more I notice how dirty it is. You would think that GameStop would at least like try to wipe off the screens and stuff, but apparently they don't, because a lot of these scratches on here are just like surface scratches that I could just like wipe off. I'm wiping them off with my finger, but that's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. But let's go ahead and turn this down a little bit. All right, so the thing did boot up. That's a good sign. So let's go ahead and let's see how far we can get in this process. And since I guess I did not buy a game, I probably should have bought a game to try out with it, but I do, I do have, or I have had a PS Vita, so I do have some games, so I'll go find those games, hopefully I can find them, and I can, put those in and test it out and make sure that a game works on here. But let's test out some other stuff first. The one really interesting thing about the PS Vita is that it does use cartridges. If you're familiar with the PSP, Sony's first portable console, which the PSP was awesome, but it actually used these like little discs, which was it's kind of funny that they did that. But the PS Vita actually uses cartridges, which is nice. It's more convenient. You know, it's like Nintendo. It's a whole lot easier to put a cartridge in the slot than it is to put a disc, because a disc can still get scratched and that sort of thing. Cartridges are more, you know, they're more durable. And now we're just sitting here watching this random video that I don't really care about, and I can't skip it either, unfortunately. Alright guys, so that startup video finally cleared, finally finished. And in the meantime, while it was going, I went and found my personal collection of PS Vita games and stuff. And I pulled out this game so we can try this game and make sure that it can load up a game and that sort of thing. I think this game came with my PS Vita. I don't remember exactly, but this is kind of bringing back some memories. I have not played the PS Vita in so long. I've had no use to, or no need to. Alright guys, so I guess a couple of things to note about this console. First of all, it's bringing back some memories. It's been a long time since I've played the PS Vita. I've had no need to. It's been, I don't have any games to play on it. But it's a touchscreen, which, it's kind of nice sometimes. I don't really care that much about the touchscreen, but it's nice to have. And kind of an interesting thing is that you could swipe away apps by doing this, and I always kind of found it amusing because it's pretty accurate, but you swipe it away. And got all kinds of apps, just like every console nowadays. Got settings, you could put videos, music, photos. I think there's a camera on here for whatever reason. Nope, I doubt anybody really ever used the PS Vita camera. But yeah, it's got, trophies just like the PS3. To be honest, I kind of just consider it a PS3 portable. The graphics are obviously not quite as good, but they're pretty close, especially for a portable console, so can't complain. But let's go ahead and put a game in it and make sure it works. Because so far so good, mostly. The console is not, obviously it's not in pristine condition, which I don't quite expect from GameStop. The one thing I would expect is that they clean it up a little bit better, because as I mentioned earlier, a lot of these like scratches and stuff are just things that if they just took a cleaning wipe and wiped it off, they would not even appear. But they're making me do that myself. But let's go ahead and let's insert a memory card. No way. I need a memory card to play on here. That's interesting. I did not realize that you needed a memory card to play on the PS Vita. Well, we might not be testing out a game today, guys. Let me try one more game real quick. Alright, so I got one more game that we can try. If it doesn't work, then I did find a memory card I can use in case this doesn't work, but PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, I think it was called. It's kind of like basically like a Smash Bros. Game. I never really played it much, but yeah, we need a memory card for this as well. So I do have a memory card. Let's go ahead and stick that in and see if we can get this game to boot up at least. So it's in there now. Let's try to boot it up again. I don't know if I need to format the memory card yeah. So maybe I'll try to restart the console, see what happens. Alright, so the console is booting back up, and hopefully it'll let me play the game this time. In the meantime, I'm just going to take a look at the back again. Now the back does have some scratches that I can't get rid of, but it's the back, so it's not as big of a deal. The worst scratch is this one on the screen, but I can't tell if it's a scratch yet, or if that's just I think it's actually something I can just rub off. And like I mentioned, I've already mentioned that 8 times in this video, but yeah, I just wish GameStop would do a little bit better job of cleaning. So this is interesting. It's still telling me I need to insert a memory card. Let me try the settings and see if I can find where the memory card settings are, and see if I can get it reformatted or something like that. Alright guys, so I just rebooted again and formatted the memory card, so I don't have to go through any more setup process, at least hopefully not. And let's try to play this game now. It's been a long battle. I just want to play a PS Vita game, dude. Okay, this is more promising. It looks like it's loading now. There we go. Alright, the game is loading. Let's go ahead and try to get into the game and, mess around in the game a little bit and make sure it works more than a minute. I'm pretty neutral on this console, this unboxing experience so far. I mean, the console is in decent condition, good enough for used. I don't expect too much from it. The console seems to work fine. As a PS Vita, I don't know what else to say about it. I think the price is a little bit steep. It's $160. But like I said earlier, I've not looked up what these things go for right now. But I'm pretty sure if I looked on eBay, I could probably find one for I don't know, $120 maybe. But you pay a little bit more of a premium for something like GameStop, which is kind of funny to say because a lot of times their consoles are worse than the ones on eBay. But it looks like this game is working. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this fight and like play for, I don't know, a few seconds just to make sure it is still working. But you know, everything seems to work fine. There's some scuffs and scratches, as I mentioned. But yeah, you know, it's a working console. Not a whole lot more you can ask. So here we go. Yeah, look, it's just basically Super Smash Bros. I don't know what any of the controls, but it's like Sony version of Smash Bros. Except you never hear about it because it's probably not that good. But yeah, it looks like it's working. Got our home button. And like I mentioned earlier, this is kind of the some of my favorite parts of the video is you can kind of like pull the application and peel it away. So that's pretty cool. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, this is a PS Vita I got from GameStop, 160 bucks. I believe it was used. It was either used or refurbished. My packing slip actually doesn't say, so I'm not sure, to be honest, but you know, coming from GameStop is basically the same thing. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.